All right, folks. So my free crypto play is VeChain. Um, so the reason I picked this one is I see a lot of long-term potential in this, but also it could be making a nice move for the rest of this year and into the next year. So let's talk about it. VeChain is part of the VeChain ecosystem. Basically, from what I gather, they're trying to use Ethereum's platform to build smart contracts that help facilitate supply chain management. So, whereas supply chain usually involves lots of contracts and paperwork, and a lot of almost, I want to say, complex or complicated paper trails or paperwork, they want to build like supply chain logistics and finances into smart contracts. And so you can obviously see what the implications for that would be. Whereas it used to be super complicated to get a bunch of logistics going for hundreds of thousands of companies, now they can just put it on the blockchain. Things are automated. They can modify them as they need to. It's a pretty cool idea to think about. They have nice white pages. They have a nice website. There's $6 billion of market cap invested into them. And I think over 70% of the supply of the coin has been doled out. I believe it's a deflationary coin as well, so the value is kind of preserved in that. What they do is, I think after each transaction, they like burn some VeChain or VeThor. Basically, VeThor is used it's like the currency that signifies its gas fees. So the more VeThor you collect, like the more priority you get in purchasing things with VeChain or something to that effect. Like if you have lots of VeThor, it helps offset the gas fees of VeChain transactions. And I think you can stake it and gain VeThor, and they have like, prizes and stuff, and what do they call them? Drops. So, I mean, the implications for this are like far reaching, in terms of supply chain, and the coin is really sitting at a nice low market cap. I mean, $6 billion, that's a bit, but I mean, it could obviously push higher. And granted, the utility of, simplifying logistics and supply chain management, like, wow, a 7-cent coin, I could see it going to $1, right? I mean, it already went to, what was that? Yeah, around 25 cents a quarter. So, this could 4x pretty quickly. And it just, like I said, like I was talking about earlier, with a few of my investor buddies, like this thing went up 40% in like 2 days. So it has a lot of potential. Now let's look at the technical side of things. As you can see on this monthly, the RSI seems to be curling up. But look at this nice move, this bounce off of this channel here I've drawn. And then you get a nice morning star formation here with a long red candle, a doji, and then a long green candle. Nice strong reversal signal. And 7 cents is where it has sat at 7 cents for quite a while in different months. So I think this is a pretty stable price for VeChain. When I was looking at it over a year ago, it was around 7 cents. But anyway, if you look at, let me take away the channel lines. If you look at the if you look at the moving average ribbon, trying to get this back down. Oh goodness. If you look at the moving average lines, they're kind of consolidating around this 7-cent price for the monthly. MACD is kind of curling up, but it gets interesting when you look at the weekly and daily. So as you can see, it's crossing over on these moving average lines. Those are the 5, 10, 20, and 50. It's already busted through the 5, the 10, and the 20, and it's kind of sitting on the 20. It wicked up to the 50 and broke back down, but I think it could break that easily, especially since it's done this in just like a short amount of time. Obviously last week was pretty exciting, and it looks like these moving averages are about to cross over each other. If you look at and look at the MACD here, MACD curling up on the weekly, just crossed over. The RSI went to slightly from slightly oversold to curling back up. Those are good signs on the weekly. See if I can get the RSI to behave. Well, it doesn't want to act right, but the RSI, again, there we go. The RSI curling up, now it's kind of flattened off, but I think it may continue to move up. But it's definitely hitting a major support level at that 7-cent range. On the daily, this is where it gets real exciting. As you can see, if you look at the MACD, curled up already. Those green histogram lines getting longer. It says oversold on the daily. It probably is, having moved up 40% in just a short amount of time, 2 days or so. But look at all these moving averages. I can actually take away the chart. Look at this. Like, all the moving averages, the 5, the 10, the 20, are all crossing over the 50 in just a couple days. That's a super bullish sign. That tells me that this chain, or this coin, is not done. You know, it's not one of the crap coins or whatever. And then, so those are the moving averages. Now we can get into Bollinger Bands as well. Let's throw those indicators up real quick. Keeps on. Oh, here we go. Bollinger Bands, yeah. So let's take a look at those. Wow, it's breaking out of the Bollinger Bands on the daily. Let's go back to monthly and then weekly. So on the monthly, it looks like it hit that 20 moving average on the monthly, and you got a Morningstar formation. Looks like it's on its way up. And look at this. Look at that range here from 10 or 9 to 11 cents. It looks like it spent several months in that range. That's a good sign. That means it can move up at least 10% on us. But yeah, it's bouncing off that 20 MA. And it, like, the top of the Bollinger Bands is up to 17 cents. So could move there. Weekly, let's take a look. So it's climbed up to that 20 moving average on the weekly. I think that's going to break through. Could be wrong, but it will hit some resistance here at 7 cents, 8 cents, whatever. But I mean, I'm really buying this coin for the long-term potential with that supply chain. The fundamentals are great on that. I'm really just surprised at how it jumped 40%. You know, it erased this huge drop that it took back in January and just right back up to 7 cents. And it's hit that point several times throughout its history, as you can see. And so I think this coin has a lot of room left to move. And it's good to get in early on these crypto plays because they really shoot to the moon in short periods of time. And 7 cents is not breaking the bank. You could buy several hundred of these, and hey, if it hits $1, you're in good shape. But that's my free crypto play for the week, and hope you guys join us for the videos we have to come. All right, I'll see you guys later.